Good day, sisters and brothers, One Nation Tribal Alliance, friends and family, near and far. Excuse me. As I come to you again, I'd like to talk to you today about little history about Zuni. And actually, I want to talk to you about the Treaty of Zuni that was signed back in the 1800s. So today I am here to give you a little history about Zuni and how it entered the United States territory in back in again 1800. So I will start out with my usual PowerPoint. So here it is. So let me get it going. There we go. Let me see about this. And okay, Pueblo de Zuni. Um, you know, 1848 AD. Excuse me. The Treaty of Guadalupe de Hidalgo is when we signed this treaty with the United States. And at that time, it was a territory of New Mexican, which was, you know, owned by the United States after the Spanish American War. So we had a treaty with the United States and the territory of New Mexican, not New Mexico, but New Mexican territory. So I'm going to start out. This is an old picture of Zuni back in the probably 1800s. That there's this special, spiritual mountain we call Toayalani back here, and this is the Zuni village downtown. So again, here I am. Here we go again. So Pedro Pino, La Iu A Alu, La Iatilu is his name in Zuni, but he got the name Pedro Pino. I'll tell you how. Pedro Pino, who was he? Well, for 38 years, Pedro Pino served as the governor of Zuni Pueblo, the most important political leader back then. And Pedro Pino, born in 1788, was captured by the Navajos to be sold into the New Mexican household, where he got his Spanish name, Pedro Pino. When he returned to Zuni, or Pueblo de Zuni, Pedro could speak three different languages and brought wealth of the outside knowledge into the tribe. So, for decades, Pedro ably conducted Zuni foreign relations, defending the Pueblo's sovereignty and lands. Pedro also represented the Zuni Pueblo in establishing trade relationships, interacting with foreigners, immigrants, and documenting all diplomatic savvy. In July 15th, 1848, Pedro Pino, as governor of Pueblo Zuni, signed the Treaty of Guadalupe de Hidalgo between Lieutenant Colonel H.P. Bugatin, first three volunteer. So those is a little bit of history of Pedro Pino. Okay, Treaty of Guadalupe de Hidalgo. The Treaty of New Mexican Territory in the Pueblo de Zuni was signed in July of 1848. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo came right after the Spanish American War. The Treaty of Guadalupe de Hidalgo was quickly negotiated and signed between the first party, New Mexican Territory, and the second party of sovereign tribes in New Mexico right now, where it's now called New Mexico. The Treaty of Guadalupe de Hidalgo was signed with all the pueblos fearing and the remembrance of the Great Pueblo Revolt of 1680. So, after the Spanish American War, the New Mexican territory, which was under, Lieutenant Colonel, uh, he came to Zuni and started negotiating these treaties because the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo only had 3 articles and was agreed upon by at signing in July 1st of 1848 between, again, Pedro Pino and the lieutenant colonel who represented the territory of New Mexican. Not New Mexico, but New Mexican. Okay, Article 1, Treaty of Guadalupe de Hidalgo states that party of the first, which is New Mexican territory, stipulates amid promises that the said Pueblo de Zuni shall be protected in the full enjoyment of all rights of person, property, and religion by the authorities, civil and military of the United States. We're just basically saying that, we are protected. Even as a foreign nation, we are protected by the United States military or civil. So this basically started out our protection from the United States. Article 2, the said Pueblo de Zuni, through the undersigned stipulates and agree hereafter that until otherwise ordered, said Pueblo de Zuni shall in every particular obey strictly the laws of the United States and the territory of New Mexico. So by signing the, Guadalupe de Hidalgo, they were under the laws of the United States and the territory of New Mexican, I'm sorry. Article 3, the first thing, the last one, it says the first said and second parties mutually stipulates and agree that they will, for and on behalf of the United States and territory of New Mexico, of the one party and Pueblo of Zuni of the other party, be and remain good friend forever, that they will always act towards each other like brothers. And again, it was signed by H.P. Burger King, Lieutenant Colonel, 1st, 3rd Volunteer, and Pedro Pino, Governor of Pueblo de Zuni. So this, in a nutshell, was quickly signed between the territory of New Mexican and United States with the Pueblo de Zuni. So currently, Zuni is well known for their silver and turquoise jewelry. Zuni census population varies up to 10,000 people, with most of the younger generation leave the reservation seeking employment in urban cities like Albuquerque and Phoenix. So this is a picture of Nuestra Senora de Guadalupe, which is a Catholic church right in the middle of town. As you can see, these are all buildings that our neighbors are upstairs from you. They're not across the street. They're upstairs from you. So this is the Pueblo Zuni, and right in the middle of the Pueblo Zuni is the old Catholic church, which was the first Catholic church was built in Zuni at 1629. And so during the Pueblo Revolt, the Zunis hid their priest, to where they protected him. So the church moved on, and brought religion to the Zuni people. So this is what this church is all about. Nestora Senora de la Guadalupe. So this, in a nutshell, is basically telling you a little bit about Zuni and how it started. You know, I just thought I would share this with you because a lot of people, want to know when did Zuni enter the territory with of New Mexican and the United States, and that was at July 1st, 1848. So thank you for watching. This is a brief information. I hope you all enjoyed. You all have a wonderful day. And as always, I'm still signing up for the Galaxy Tour coming up in July. So if you're interested, you better hurry up and sign up because, you know, it's going to be a neat experience. That's all I can say. I've added one more. I'm thinking about adding that one more video, the video that I added on, which is about ice caves in New Mexico. It's only 20 minutes from El Moro, where we're going to be at. So I'm going to add it on and just stop there so y'all can go down and take a look at where its water is frozen 24 or 365 days a year. So sign up. You can sign up through One Nation Tribal Alliance website, which is www.onenationtribalalliance.com. Or if you need to get a hold of me, Yawakia at onenationtribalalliance.com. Thank you for your time, and I always love you and pray for y'all. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will try to bring out some more history and some more sharing of knowledge about everything to y'all in the near future. Again, I love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.